this is Sheila from the channel Inside Beauty with the Old Girl. Yep, I'd like to welcome you to my channel, and if you're interested in the content I provide, I invite you to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of my upcoming videos. Today's video is on beauty tips and tricks. Now, I don't have a lot of them because I'm fairly new at this, but I like the ones I have and they work for me, so maybe they'll work for you. And if you would like to comment and share any of yours in the comment section, I would really appreciate that because I'll take all the tips and tricks I can get. And of course, at the end of the video, I will have another beauty tip for you. So I'm going to start off with face masks. Now, some people mask, some don't. I don't know if they really do anything. They sure feel good, and it's a way to pamper yourself. You can get them anywhere. Use any face mask you want. I just happened to buy a box from Costco. It came 8 in a box. They're made by Senol. It's a Japanese skincare, and it's got hyaluronic acid and all these soothing things for your skin, and they're wonderful, these masks. They just make you feel good, but they're so messy. They slip and slide all over the place, and they just won't stay in place unless you're laying flat in your bed. And I just can't be still. I'm not a still person. I have to be up walking around and doing something while I'm wearing it. So I got a hold of one of these. It holds the mask on. Show you that. I don't want to scare you, but you put it up to your face like this over top of your mask, and these go around your ears. And that holds that mask in place. That way, if you're a fidgety person like I am, you can do the dishes, run the sweeper, walk around, do whatever you want, and your mask will stay on for the 15 minutes that they recommend. So I love this thing. If I didn't have it, I don't think I'd mask at all. And let me see. Now I'm going from the face to the feet. Go figure. But I have a few products here that I really like. This one is by Carousel. I got it at Walmart. It really makes your feet soft, your heels and the sides of your feet. You just rub it in. Feels really good. Then put on a pair of these thin little socket things and go to bed and wear them overnight. And wow, what a difference in the morning. So I really love that one. And then my neighbor, and more importantly, she's my dear friend, Billy, she gave me this to try yesterday. It's by Sally Hansen, and it's a foot scrub. It has little beads in it. It's a pumice foot polish. And you just massage that into your dry heels, dry feet, massage it in, and then you'll wipe it off and it just sloughs off that dry skin. I just tried it this morning for the first time and I really enjoyed it. So that's another option for you. Okay, this is kind of random. It's my fan. Now, I got this off of Amazon. It has 3 speeds. I'm sure you've seen them. I think everybody out there uses them, but here's speed 1. I don't know if you can hear this. 2 and 3. I mean, you can tell. It really blows. And I love it because when I put my skincare on, then I dry it with this. I like to wait till mine's absorbed into the skin. I'm not saying you have to do that, but I like to do it, and this just makes the process go faster. And plus, if you're just having a hot flash or a hot day, these things are terrific. I believe it was $12.99 from Amazon. All right, another kind of tip or trick. If you have problems with breakouts or occasional breakouts, I use 3 different things. This is Zap Zit, Z-A-P-Z-Y-T. I get this at Walmart. It's 10% benzoyl peroxide, which dries things up. And it comes in a tube. It's just a white, clear, a clear gel, and you just put it on, dab it on if you have a breakout, and it dries it up so it won't develop further into something big that you don't want to be sporting around on your face. So this works very well. Another product that works well are these little Next Care. These are kind of funny to me, but they do work. I'll pull these out and show you. They come in these little packets, and there's two different sizes, like a large and a small. Let me see if I can get this open for you. See if you can see that. And they're clear, and you just take one. I'll take one off here if I can get it off. And you put this on your breakout that you have. And it's this little, I took a small one, this little tiny circle. And it has a medication in there that will dry it up. And I'm going to stick one on me. You just stick it on there, kind of like that. Here, so you can see. And you wear this overnight, and it dries it up. And the good thing about it is you can actually keep it on and cover it up with makeup. So that's a nice thing. I've tried those. And another thing is this salicylic acid by Almay. Now this comes in a tube, has a little brush here on the end, and you just dab it on your breakout. Salicylic acid really helps with breakouts, dries things up. So it's another thing you can use if you get a breakout. And of course we usually do at the most inopportune times, like when we're going to a wedding or somewhere. So those are three things that I try, and they have helped me. Next, I'm going to talk about eye drops. I mean, this stuff is really random. It's kind of all over the place, but it's my beauty tips and tricks. I generally use this Systane Eye Drops Ultra for dry eyes. I do have dry eyes. Why not? Everything else is dry from head to toe. Why not my eyeballs too? So my eye doctor recommended these, and to use them every night, keep it on my nightstand, put them in before I go to bed, which I do. But then I came across these Lumify eye drops. And oh my gosh, maybe you've heard about these too on YouTube. But they make the whites of your eyes whiter. I have it in now. I don't know if you can tell, but I can when I look in the mirror. I only put these in when I'm filming, but they're perfectly safe. I went to my eye doctor and inquired about these, and they have one of the ingredients in the Lumify. It has something to do with glaucoma, he explained to me. And he said it won't hurt that you use them because I don't have glaucoma, but they really brighten the whites of your eyes. So I love that. All right, next I'm going to talk about a little bit of makeup. Now, I'm not a heavy makeup wearer, and I don't have many eye palettes for eyeshadows. I might have 3. And honestly, I don't go to those. I usually use a blush. I like kind of neutral, plain colors. So a blush or a bronzer is what I put on my eyelids. I just happen to have this Physicians Formula blush, and it's kind of a pale pink, very light. And I just use that to put on my eyelids, or some days if I want something a little bolder, then I'll use a bronzer. And that works for me. I don't wear a lot of colors on my eyelids. So these are real creamy too, this Physician Formula blush. So that's what I like to use for eyeshadow. Let me see. Now I'm going to go to perfume. See, I told you I was all over the place. I've always liked perfume. I could wear it. I could smell it on anybody. Never had a problem. For some reason, in the last year, smells bother me. Perfumes bother me. They irritate me. I don't like to smell them. I used to walk through the department stores and spray all the samples on my arms everywhere. I just would smell myself all day long, smelling all these scents. Didn't remember what the perfume was, but I just can't wear it anymore. So I've gone to these roller balls. Got this at Whole Foods. Let me see what the name of this one is. Well, I know what the scent is. It's White Ginger, and it's by Camellia, Kuumila, fragrance oil. And it's just a very mild, fresh scent. It doesn't bother me. Comes with a little roller ball. I just dab it here and here and on my wrist. And it gives a really nice scent. And I don't have that irritation from the fragrance in the perfume. Okay, let me see. Now we'll go to eyelashes. I love to use this eyelash primer. This one is by L'Oreal Luminous Eyelash Primer. I had never used an eyelash primer until 6 months ago. You know, as we age, our eyelashes get lighter, thinner, they're much more sparse. You put mascara on and it just kind of looks like a few little black spider legs sticking up there. But this stuff makes them thick. It's white, and you coat your eyelashes first with this. It gets all the lashes. Whatever you have, it'll grab to it. And it makes them thicker. Then you put your mascara on top of it, and you look like you got some pretty good eyelashes. Now, since my eyelids are drooping, like everything else, your eyelashes, at least for me, tend to touch the skin right here on my eye. And then throughout the day when it's hot and humid and everything, it'll transfer. It'll leave like little black dots or something right in this area. Well, I learned about tubing mascara, which I didn't know what that was, but it coats your lashes like tubes, and when you take it off at night, it's like these little black tubes come off, and nothing smears, smudges, transfers with this tubing mascara. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of brands out there that have them. I'm not familiar with anything. I found this at the drugstore. This one is by, I believe, L'Oreal. Let me see. Yes, it's L'Oreal Beauty Tubes Mascara. It comes with the primer on the one side and then the mascara on the other side. And so what I do after I put the primer on and I put my regular mascara on, which makes my eyelashes thick, then I use this tubing mascara as a second coat, but just on the outside lashes, on the ends, like the last third of the lashes. And I'm telling you, there's no transfer. If I'm sweating, if I'm working out in the yard, that stuff doesn't go anywhere and I don't get those smudges up there. So that has helped me a lot. Now I have this that is called Beach Bay, B-A-E, by L'Oreal. It's just a little bit of coloring, shimmery for your skin. You know I love that shimmer. It comes in 2 shades. This one's lighter. I have a darker one, but I couldn't find it. It's here somewhere. But I'll put some on. Well, I'll put it on my hand so you can see it. If you can see that color, which is, it's a lighter one. I put a pretty thick coat on. But anyhow, you rub that into your skin. I don't know if you can see that. It gives you a little color, definitely a shine and a glow. And you can put it all on your arms and, you know, your collarbones or on your legs. It just makes them look real pretty. I really have been enjoying that a lot. And then my last items, beauty tips, are what I use for highlighter. You know, as we get older and we have more texture in our skin and our skin becomes so very dry, at least mine is, especially under the eyes, the upper cheeks, well, everywhere. So what I use as a highlighter is lip balm, like chapstick kind of thing. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I do. Of course, in my skincare video, I showed about this Dr. Lip, and it's a balm. It's 100% lanolin, so it's kind of like a Vaseline type product. Then I have this, which looks like a chapstick. It just moistens your lips. I got this free from my dental office, free sample. And I literally just put it along here, and just tap it in. Gives me that little bit of highlight and glow. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I can. And then I might put some right there at the Cupid's bow and maybe right under my lip. But I love it. It's the best highlighter I've ever tried, and it doesn't dry out my skin or make it look dry or anything. And then also in my previous skincare routine, I had talked about this Hada Labo eye cream, and I stated that, I'm not into eye creams. It's just my opinion. They're just high-priced moisturizers. But I tried this one because it was $12, and I do use it under the eyes, and I enjoy it, but my moisturizer would do the same thing. But I also put this across my upper lip. Does anybody else do that? I just squirt a little out, and I just rub it over my upper lip to kind of soften those lip lines. And that's pretty much all the tips and tricks I have for now. Sometimes when I'm extra dry, I'll take an oil. I have several different ones. This is argan oil. I really enjoy this. You can use it for your hair, your body, anywhere. Same with this castor oil with almond oil. Very nice oil for the hair, the skin, the face. Marula oil, I have that. And then jojoba oil. So I just try different ones. I'm just trying things out to see what works. But what I do is I'll take one of these oils, put it on a Q-tip, and before I put any concealer under here, because again, it gets cakey from the dryness and the crepiness, I'll put the oil on a Q-tip and just run it under my eyes just to soften that a little bit before I put on my concealer or color corrector under my eyes, and it really does help. So that's really it. That's all I have to offer for now. Hopefully you will have plenty to share, and you can give me some of your beauty tips and tricks. And as promised, I have a beauty tip for today, and that involves forgiveness. Now, when it comes to the skin, I know I have to forgive myself for not taking care of my skin for many years, not using skincare. Sure, I washed my face, I put a moisturizer on it. That was it. I didn't know any better. I just didn't know any better. And of course, I love the sun. I spent all my life in the sun. We know now how much that damages the skin. Too late. Did it for years and years and years. But I can't turn back time. The damage is done. I can do what I can to improve it, make it look better. But I have to forgive myself for making those mistakes. You can't look in the mirror and say, why did I do that? Or why didn't I know about this? Or why didn't my mother tell me? Or a girlfriend share it? That's water under the bridge. Just go forward, forgive yourself, and just vow to do better. When you know better, you do better. So keep trying different things, and we'll try to look the best that we can with what we have. And speaking about forgiveness, there's also forgiveness for the inside your heart. boy, this is a tough, tough subject. Very difficult, especially for me. I don't know about all of you. I'm sure all of us have had forgiveness issues in our lives. But boy, I have had some real challenges. And I just was never good at it. First of all, when I was younger, I didn't want to forgive. The person didn't need to be forgiven. They didn't deserve to be forgiven. Look what they did. Look how they wronged me. You know, that type attitude, which is childish and stupid and maybe how we think when we're very young. Then you get to a point in life where you can say the words. You can say, well, I forgive that person. Yes, I forgive them. I don't hold a grudge. I do have forgiveness. But do you really? You think you do. You believe you do. But is it really in your heart? Maybe for some people, not for me. It was a hurdle. It's been a hurdle all my life. And I don't know if it's just because it's a difficulty for me, such a struggle, or it's because of things that's happened in my life that I had to have a lot of forgiveness all over the place. But thankfully, not until a few years ago, maybe around age 65, I finally know what real forgiveness is. Boy, am I ever grateful that I finally know what that is and what it feels like. I had to learn it the hard way, very hard way. You know, God whispers to us. We have our inner voice. He nudges us along the way to learn what we need to learn. We don't learn sometimes. And then he drops a ton of bricks on us. And that's when we wake up. And I can honestly say today in my life, I know what true forgiveness is. I learned it. I feel it. It is deep in my heart. So although I'm saddened that it took 65 years, it took some really, really difficult situations to get to this place. I am so grateful for it because it got me here. Otherwise, I don't think I would be here. And I'll tell you, it is so freeing. The bondage that you're in, when you have that unforgiveness in your heart, you're just hurting yourself so much. And I don't want to go to my grave with any unforgiveness in my heart. So I thank God that I finally know what true forgiveness is. I learned the lesson. And I'm grateful for all the trials, tribulations, pain, anguish, everything I had to go through to get here. It was worth that gift. So if you have someone or several that you need to forgive deep in your heart, whether they're still here or they've already passed on, just think about it. Take your time. Give yourself some grace, and it will come. I can't tell you when. It could come on your last days, but that's okay too, because we need to forgive in order to be forgiven. So just give it some thought. It's a wonderful, freeing feeling. There's not enough words to describe what it does for you. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you again next Friday. So until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya.